saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told no risk. Robert, you wanna be famous, They LA, they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause I watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick then he with the
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Don't get nervous. Show it up. Hey. Kill.
First carry for Darius Geis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Check. Fresno.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. King. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Got you, boy. Rush in.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you. Bang, bang.
give this time to the tailback. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's able to find Wallace. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Packers' 31-yard line.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Geis. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
27-yard line.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
With no score.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Second and 6. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it third and goal.
Ready. Mike Spoke. Turn. Yeah. Turn. 44.
Operating from the gun. King. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Second and 11 at the 25-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Ship. Watch the ship.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 41, Jackson. It's complete to Hopkins. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Jackson looking to throw on third. But he's got the completion to Hopkins. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, the 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down, Dobbins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. With a catch made by Hopkins. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Jackson setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. From the gun, Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On second down, it's Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
You don't want it? No.
On second down now, it's Jones. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Dobbins. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
He's checking crack.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Slam. You got tape. You got tape. You got
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Jackson operating from the gun. Steps away, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 26, check 26, check. Hey, check hot.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. King. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown the last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 18-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Jackson going to throw again. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 46 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Sione Takitaki in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Lambeau to add on the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the...
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.